Hi, everyone. I'm here with Nicole, the gut girl. Thanks for being here, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to talk about methylene blue. And boy, I've done interviews with Dr. Nario on this channel on methylene blue. He's a big advocate of it. Um, you hear positive and negative. It's you hear it's not natural. You hear all kinds of things, but
Right.
there's mostly huge hype on the benefit of methylene blue. So first, tell us what it is.
So, methylene blue is actually not natural. And surprisingly enough, I absolutely love it because of what it does in the body. And there are very little side effects to it. It's a dye, and they originally were doing dyeing blue jeans with it. And then they figured out that there was tons of medical benefits to it back in the 1800s, and they were sending our troops in with methylene blue because it has so many benefits of an antiviral, antioxidant, all of those kind of things. And people who were getting normally very sick were coming back, the unsick ones.
Yeah, so this is not. This is you'd call it a drug, right?
Right. I would. It's a dye.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's synthetic. And I know it sounds weird coming from me,
yeah.
but
Me too.
um, but I actually and I thought it was interesting to kind of bring this topic that I do like something like this because it's been very, very touted in the research I've done, and my husband who has ADHD, I always get him mixed up that what he has, but he has ADHD and Tourette's. So he blinks a lot. You can tell when he's visibly anxious. And I've put him on methylene blue, and the focus that he gets from it, out of this world. He can get projects done now. He doesn't get lost in what he's doing. It's really, really beneficial. Some of the places that I'm using it too is for my clients who are going through hormone therapy because their hormones have been out of whack for so long that they have an enormous amount of brain fog, and it's really, really helping brain fog.
And you can do this with you can do an IV, and
Mm-hmm.
you're taking it orally. And even though it is a medication, like you said, a dye, who wants to put that in your body? But a lot of holistic and functional physicians use this, right?
Oh yeah, tons of us do. They because of the benefits. It's like a scavenger for free radicals in the body, and it's an antiviral, antifungal. So those properties alone, when you're trying to kill things like mold, parasites, that kind of stuff, and you can do it with one thing rather than several, or a lot of the times when I'm doing parasites, I pulse that 10 days on, 10 days off, 10 days back on. If you can do it with one thing, first of all, that's very cost effective. Second of all, it's very less invasive too.
Yeah, and it's interesting because that kind of goes against the holistic and functional type physicians, but they like it.
Yeah.
So, is there any other benefits that you would want to bring up here?
So, one of the things that I love, as you and I have talked about a million times, we both love NAD. I love NAD because it gets into the cell. Methylene blue actually helps the uptake of NAD into the cell. So it gives that extra pep in people that are really having trouble with adrenals, fatigue, that kind of stuff. That's why in this camp we love methylene blue, is because it really does help the mitochondria. It helps enhance the immune system to help you fight. I hate to say this, but during the COVID days, people were using methylene blue a lot because it was really helping them get past that and get past and help the immune system bump.
So, what about any negative effects? How does it have an effect on the liver?
So that's the reason why I'm not too sure about doing the IVs recurrent consecutively, that kind of stuff, is because it's a big flush through the liver. And really, that's the one thing that I have seen and done research on, is that it can lag on the liver. So again, another reason why I take it orally is because it's not a strong enough dose to do that, but gives you the benefit of it.
Interesting. All right. Last thing, I guess, is any other side effects or negative things with this? Well,
No,
I do have another question after this,
yeah,
but go
no, I
ahead.
don't. I've seen the liver, but I've seen that more with IVs and people who do IVs too frequently.
So there's not any really side effects that you would say are worth mentioning.
Hmm. Other than
Okay,
that,
you take it orally. How do you do it?
so I take a stack of it. I take, and I guess we can do this. I use Labs 365 for mine, and I do a stack. I do a liquid tincture of, it's called Brain Fog, and I actually do the ADHD one as well, because I stay up. I'm doing a lot of studying, and I use it for that, and I love it because it's not a drug per se as Adderall. And then at night, I do what's called Methylene Pro, and it has a vitamin C component in it, and that helps get delivery system into the cell.
Okay, so Nicole, you do nutrition programs and you read blood work and you help people with hormones. So, and you have a whole program. If they're interested, they mention this video, you'll give them $100 off, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so, and then let's just say they just want to follow you on social media. How do they do that, and how do they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me by emailing me at thegutgirl1@gmail.com, or you can follow me on any of my social media platforms at thegutgirlnv.
Okay, and that's the Gut Girl #1.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole, as always, thanks for your input. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.